product archive template from Prodigy Commerce uses the Elementor Pro theme builder to allow you to create multiple product archive templates and assign display conditions to apply them to specific product archives, such as the primary shop page, product categories, or product tags. This is an example of the product archive template, where you can include everything from a price filter to a sorting module to a search bar for customers to search for products. Then below that, or to the side of it, you have a nice collection of products that would be related to whatever filters and sorting elements the customers have selected at the very top. To create any of these templates, you'll need to start in your WordPress dashboard and navigate to the Templates tab under Elementor and go to Theme Builder. That opens up the very powerful theme builder from Elementor, but you'll also have options like Prodigy Archive and Prodigy Product, since it is integrated with the Prodigy Commerce platform. So for this, what you'll want to do is click the Add New for the Prodigy Archive option. And that brings up a template for you to choose and insert into your website. As you can see, it has filters and sorting mechanisms already provided for you. Another option here would be to create a blank template, and then that would provide additional Prodigy Archive widgets that you would drag into the template. So for example, you might start with the main product archive widget, which would create what we have right here with the collection of items. And then you could create columns and include things like the search product area, price filter, and a sorting option for customers to better navigate your product archive. Other archive widgets include the breadcrumbs, which we have right up here, active filters, which you could drop in here, but would only show up whenever a customer has actually chosen some filters. And then of course there's product categories. So that provides yet another way for customers to filter based on certain items and categories. So this is quite a bit to work with, but let's start at the top with the breadcrumbs. So essentially what will happen is whenever you select one of these widgets, it will bring up a module on the left-hand side that will include a tab for Style and Advanced. And that will allow you to customize every single aspect of whatever you have currently selected. Like for the breadcrumb widget, we could change the typography, adjust the size, maybe the weight and the transform, and the style to italics, the link color, as well as the bottom margin and many other options. There's also an advanced area for elements like motion effects, transform, background, and border. Perhaps the most important area to customize would be the actual product archive. So once you select that, you'll actually receive 3 tabs. So it's going to be Content, Style, and Advanced. Move down through the Content area and change the Order By drop-down to anything from price to average rating or date. So that would arrange your products however you would like. There's price as well as average rating. And then you can go in and change the number of columns you have. So if you wanted to have 4 columns, 5, or shrink it down to just 2 or 3. It's also important to go into options like the number of items per page, or if you would like to hide or show anything like a category. So we can include categories, so we can see now that we have tees, pants, and other categories like hoodies and sweatshirts listed on our product archive page. You can hide or show the rating. You could hide or show the sale badge. As you can see, it got removed right there, and we can add it right back. There's also a quick view option that would be removed, which only technically appears when a customer scrolls over or clicks on one of your products. As for the style section here, this gets a little more advanced where you can change the column margin. There's bottom margin, and then there's several other sections for the box area. So if you wanted to add a border radius to the actual box that goes around the picture for every product in the archive. Moving forward, to adjust the style of the image, there's the border radius as well as spacing from the content that's below the image. You can also modify the aspect ratio and go into things like category, title, rating, price. So for example, if we wanted to make the price just a little bit bigger, perhaps include a style like italic, that is definitely an option. And finally, the Advanced tab is available for even more complex customizations such as layout, motion effects, transform, responsiveness. There's also custom CSS in here. Under responsiveness, you have options to hide on desktop, hide on tablet, hide on mobile, and then the more creative options would be up here, like motion effects or transform elements. So let's see, if you wanted to include some sort of blur or vertical scroll, that would move these items up or down. So like I said, it's a lot to mess with, but you have complete control over your product archive. And then what's great is that when you go over to these other widgets, like the price filter, that also has tabs for style and advanced. So the price filter is completely customizable. You can change the margins, the text colors, the text values, and you even have options to adjust the fields, make them a little bit smaller, and the buttons. So if you wanted to adjust the transition or the border radius, make it a little bit more rounded. And then you also might go in and change the background color for that button as well. For every single one of these widgets, we recommend opening up the style panel because all of them have some sort of unique setting. For example, here we have the icon size. You can change the icon. So if you didn't want that magnifying glass anymore, you can upload something new or see what's available in the icon library from Elementor. So we could do a different search option. There's a little plus sign there. And then we go to the browse area and choose to hide or show the product count, and also modify the styling. So that's all great, but what happens when you're done with your product archive template? Well, we'll go down to the Publish button, and you can choose several options to save as a draft, so you can use it later or edit things. You can display conditions, or you can save as a template. But you also might just want to publish this template and add conditions. Now these display conditions determine where your template is used throughout the site, so that gives you a great amount of flexibility as to whether or not some users see it over others. So for the conditions, you can choose to include or exclude. For this example, we'll go with include, and we'll take this template and include it on every single product archive that we have on our website. Or you can get a little bit more specific and choose something just like the shop page or the Prodigy product categories. And with that, you can choose a product category like bags or women, shirts, something like that. And once you're all done, we'll go back to make it all product archives. You click Save and Close, and then Elementor will tell you, congrats, your site part is live, and you can view the new product archive template on your website or go back and edit it some more.